I'm going to show you how to get started in using CodeWarrior to program an HCS12 microcontroller from Freescale. So let's open up the CodeWarrior. So just go ahead and close this window, go to File, Startup Dialog, and here select Create New Project. Now you want to select the chip you want to program out of all this list. So I'm going to go ahead and select the MC9S12DT256 and also full chip simulation. In this window, since we are programming in assembly, go ahead and deselect C and select Absolute Assembly. Click Next, Finish. Double click in the main file to open it. This is where you're gonna type your code. Now you get all this code that's already typed for you, but go ahead and delete everything after CLI and before the interrupt vectors. So this is where we want to start typing our code. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and just type 2 lines of code to show you how to run the program. If you don't know what those 2 lines mean, don't worry about it. So these are my 2 lines of code, and what I'm saying here is I'm gonna put the value 40 in hexadecimal in accumulator A, and then store the value of accumulator A into memory 1500 in hexadecimal. Now go ahead and click this debug button. And you're gonna get this window, so I'm gonna go ahead and maximize it. Now inside this window you get several more windows: assembly, register, procedure, memory, command, data, and source. The ones I'm gonna show you The ones I want to show you how they work are assembly, register, and memory. In assembly, you get the lines of code that you typed in your program along with the other lines produced by all this other code. In the register window, you have your accumulators B, A, B, and your registers X, Y, and of course you also have your IP, your PC, your CCR flags, and your SP. So in this register window you can see the contents of all those registers and accumulators. In memory you have a list of all the memories, and you can see the content that they have. Now we haven't actually run the program yet. To run it, you have to go to run, and then you're given different options. The first option is start and continue, which is you can also access by just hitting the F5 key. And what this one does is it starts the program and runs it until the end without stopping. Single step runs it line by line, so you can see what's going on at every step. For this video, I'm gonna go ahead and use F5. So I'm just gonna click on it right now, but you can also use the F5 key. And notice that my accumulator A now has a value of 40, which is what I have in my code. And if we look at the memory 1500, you'll also see that it has a value 40, since in our code we said that we wanted to store the value of the accumulator A into that memory. So that's why both A and the memory 1500 have the same value of 40. So once you're done with you debugging the program, you can close this window and you can edit the code and run it again. This time let's run it step by step. So run single step. This time instead of clicking here, I'm gonna use the F11 key. And notice that in my assembly window, the highlighted line is gonna move down. So right now I'm at this line of my code. The next line is LDAA. That's actually the line I typed here, LDAA 40, but this one is in decimal, that's why it says 64. Now notice that my value of A hasn't changed yet. It changes after this line, this highlighted line moves down. So go ahead and hit F11 again, and now it changed to 40. Now I'm at STAA 1500. Let me go down to see what that memory has right now. So notice that right now it doesn't have anything. I'm gonna hit F11 again, and now the value changed to 40 as expected. Now let's go back to the register. Right now all my values are shown in hexadecimal. If you want to show it in another base, right click, format, and choose what you want to show. So hexadecimal is the default value. You can also select binary, octal, and of course decimal. So this is how you use CodeWarrior to get started in assembly for the HCS12